Kingston in Europe. It's been a campaign of all the emotions.
There's 8 seconds left. 6, 5. They scored from outside. It's a 3-point game. It's going to go into overtime.
8 seconds away from beating the reigning champion Split. They lost it in overtime.
Here's Duncan, and Tabak took him away, and they're going to hold on, and they've done it. Split have won.
A month later, though, against Pesaro, it all came right, thanks to some inspirational play by Lorenzo Duncan.
Cook has Duncan with him. And again, wonderful hands from Lorenzo Duncan.
Oh, great basketball, great hustle from Lorenzo Duncan.
They can just hold on, and it's there. Kingston have won the greatest victory by an English club in European basketball. The most important win that a club side has ever had.
However, a week ago, nothing seemed to work, as the Spaniards from Barcelona were the visitors.
Lorenzo Duncan, sweet move. Oh, didn't want to go in. Wonderful play from Salasalao. The crowd in front of us rise to him, and then he shoots the three-pointer.
For coach Kevin Cadle, the taste once again of bitter defeat and disappointment. Very good evening to you. Welcome once again to Crystal Palace for another night of Kingston in Europe, another quarter-final match from the European Cup. And what an extraordinary night it's proving to be already. Now, this match has been for a long time a sellout. But if you look around the stadium, there are quite a few seats which are in fact empty, and that is because of the quite appalling weather currently going on in the southeast of England, and I'm sure throughout most of the country. I can tell you that everybody who's got here has got a little story, a little drama of how they got here. I'm no exception. I left home at 3 o'clock. It's an hour and a half normally for me to get here. I got here at 7:10, 4 hours later. A quite extraordinary sort of journey. The snow has really snarled up London's roads, and as a result of all of that, half the Kingston players have only just arrived, so have many of the table officials. So what has happened here is we actually have a postponement in the start of the match. The match will now start at 7:45. However, 1 or 2 people have made it. They made it actually quite early, and you may gather from the quiet support which is going on around here that they're mostly Greeks, because Kingston tonight play the side Aris Salonika. When they last met, the score was 103-96 to Salonika, and of course since then Kingston have only won 1 match, and that was that epic match against Pesaro. Now then, there have been a few other games. Let's have the European quarter-final group standings as it is at the moment. Kingston down there at the bottom with 8 points, level with Limoges, and Barcelona have won again since we saw them last week. They won yesterday and have now lost just the 1 game. So when we do actually get started, it should be a thoroughly entertaining evening. As I say, the Kingston players, I'm sure, will feel like they're back in Salonika, because the crowd and the support here is mostly Greek. If you're hoping for any retsina or taramasalata or tzatziki or anything like that in a Greek restaurant tonight, I doubt you'll have any luck, because most of them are down here. Let's get the team news, though, what it is for the moment, from Simon Reed and Dan Lloyd. Simon.
Charles, thanks very much. Welcome to Salonika. At least it seems like that. Unbelievable noise in front of us here. And there's the Kingston team, who've done so well in this campaign. Only 1 victory to their name, of course, against Pesaro, Scavallini Pesaro. But that's the team that's held them in such good stead throughout. Alton Bird, number 10, the chief playmaker. Martin Clark, number 14, only got here 10 minutes ago, and that was the main reason why the game has been held up until 7:45. The Aris players and officials were not impressed, and they wanted to try and get the match to start at the appointed time. But it's a FIBA rule. If one team wants a postponement of a quarter of an hour, they can get it.
Okay, well, that's good, Simon. I'm glad you said that, because I thought that would be the unofficial reason for the delay. Official reason, perhaps, because the officials didn't arrive in time. But as you say, Martin Clark just arriving here a couple of minutes ago, and no way Kingston can get on that floor without him out there.
So they're the Kingston team then, just lining up, and we can go down to Charles Colville, who's got some interviews down there with him, I think the Kingston coach. Charles.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Simon. Yes, I have with me at the moment Kevin Cadle, the Kingston coach. Nice journey here, Kevin.
Hey, very tough journey. It's a tough journey for a lot of people, but we made it here and we're going to play this game.
Now then, I understand that actually Martin Clark has only just arrived here. He got snarled up in the snow, is that right?
Yeah, he just arrived maybe 5 minutes ago. There's a lot of fans who haven't arrived here yet, so it's been a tough weather condition, but he braved through it.
Okay, you must hope, I would think, looking around, that a few more English fans turn up, Kingston fans, but at the moment it must be just like Salonika all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the people from Salonika and their fans braved the snow a little bit more than what the English did.
Yeah, well, they do say that you just have to have a quarter of an inch of snow in this country and everything stops. Obviously, the Greeks haven't heard that. But what about this game tonight?
It's going to be a tough game for us. We played them before. We think that we can beat them. And I think it's going to be a very competitive game. You know, the guys have that belief that we can do a better job against them than what we did in Aris. So I think that sets for a good contest.
And the thing is that you have played very well here at home, although you haven't quite had the rubs. I mean, you nearly beat Split, you nearly beat Barcelona, you did beat Pesaro. Let's end on an up note. So, I mean, you must like playing at home.
Yes, I mean, this is a plus to have a game at home. We're looking forward to to being back in London and being under our own atmosphere, almost. But it's good just to be back in London, you know. So, I mean, we're just going to go out there and just play it and listen to them sing their songs.
I tell you what, I thought that the atmosphere against Barcelona was something special, but this is going to be quite extraordinary.
Hey, this is going to be great, and it's the coming live with you also makes it even that much better.
So, Marsh, I think for the players, it's a bit like going into the Lions' Den, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you're at home, and you know, it's just a case of being in your own home atmosphere. I mean, regardless of what the crowd is hollering, after a while, you tend not to notice them. Right now, you hear them, but as the game goes on, you really don't notice what the crowd is doing.
Well, just looking over your shoulder, actually, I noticed that the Kingston drummer isn't here. Now, is that good news or bad news, Kevin?
Hey.
You can tell me honestly now.
Hey, that's bad news, because he, you know, the guys know they live and die with Jerry the drummer, but, I mean, he's like Snoopy. He'll fight through. He'll be here.
Okay, thank you very much, Kevin. Best of luck, and let's hope that in, an hour and a half's time, I'm talking to a winning coach.
Hey, no question.
See you again soon. Cheers. Okay, Simon, how's it with you?
Fine, Charles, and I hear that there's still a lot of Kingston fans trying to make it up the hill towards Crystal Palace. A lot of cars are stuck in the snow, and a lot of the Kingston fans are walking the last mile or two here, so let's hope a few of those extra seats will be taken up. Let's have a quick look then at the Aris Salonika team, and the star, no doubt about it, number 6, Nikos Galis, one of the leading scorers, the leading scorer in Europe, in fact. Yanakis, the playmaker, number 5, Grant Sobin, formerly of Yugoplastica, and we have Galis left of frame there, a quite amazing character. 6 times he's been with Aris and they won the national title. Top scorer in the European Cup for the last 2 years. Averaged 40 points a game last year in the European Cup. Born in New Jersey, went to Seton Hall, came to Greece in 1980, and is in terrific form at the moment. 34 points in the game against Pesaro last week. A fantastic game that was, all sorts of intrigue. But they scraped home by 1 point. A fantastic match. And if you saw the tape of that, Dan.
Yeah, I did, Simon. It's interesting to see that Aris are definitely a home team. They've won their last 4 matches here in this final pool, all being at home. And as you say, the Pesaro game was quite amazing. We had a few coins and a few other things thrown out there on the floor at the officials. Let's hope we don't see any of that tonight. But I can, as you say, with this atmosphere, it should be a great game.
Now, you've been part of this atmosphere with the England team against Greece, and it was even, obviously, there was capacity then, no such weather problems, but you know what it's like.
Yeah, it happened about 3 or 4 years ago, Simon. England played Greece here at Crystal Palace again, and it was pretty much the same situation. I would say 80% of the crowd were Greek, and the noise was just unbelievable. You might as well have been playing in Athens for as much as that was concerned. So hopefully that won't impair the Kingston performance tonight. I don't think it will.
Some of the Kingston fans coming in now as the Kingston crowd introduced, but an even bigger cheer for the Greeks. Now here come Kingston. Here's Lorenzo Duncan being introduced. Sam Stiller had an injured thumb, but now we understand is okay. Alan Cunningham, who seems to come good in the second half of these matches. Steve Tomacek, Matthew Cunningham, there's Altenberg. More about him in a moment. Had a long chat with Alton before this match, and he told me exactly what was needed, and he said it's experience. We need to draw on of our top players and stop the youngsters making dumb shots. Martin Henman, Martin Clark, difficult for him, just arrived 10 minutes ago, and Trevor Gordon. Yes, spoke with Alton, and he said what we've done in the last 2 or 3 weeks is just really shoot ourselves in the foot. We need to draw on more experience and learn from our mistakes now, not next season. And now is the time we need to draw the benefit.
Well, no doubt about it, especially the older guys. They want it now, Simon. And as you say, they do need that experience from the older players. Alan Cunningham, Martin Clark, Alton Bird, all very experienced basketball players. And, you know, having said that, Lorenzo Duncan has come in. He's a young player. He's only been over in England 2 years now. But he's played a major role in their performances to date, in both domestically and internationally. But when you talk about experience, Simon, you just look at that Salonika side, and it's a whole different matter. You've got Yannikis with 250 international caps. You know, you could take probably all the international players on Kingston. You might get half of that. So it's quite a difference between the two teams, and it's been that way virtually in every one of these European games for them.
Yes, Liparidis, Yannikis, Galis, Romanidis, Agilidis, all internationals. Philippou is injured. There's Yannikis. Panayotis Yannikis, who's had 250 caps. The playmaker of the team, captain of the Greek national side, the side that won the European Championship in 1987, runners-up in 89. 25 points a game he averaged in the World Championships in Argentina. A really fabulous player, Dan.
He's very instrumental to their success, no doubt about it, Simon. He's a very strong and intense guard, and he's going to be one of the key matchups for the Kingston players tonight, the Kingston guards. Yannikis is, I seem to remember him from a long time ago out there in the international scene, and he's very potent from the three-point line, and he's a very strong defensive player as well. And
in picture there, Brad Sellers, number 15, 28 years old, from Ohio State University. 3 years with the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan and all. First round draft pick. He's no mean player either. 2 meters 15, 7 foot, and he's got sweet hands as well.
And that's another thing we've seen in all these European games, Simon, is usually the Americans or foreign players for these European clubs are ex-NBA players, and that makes such a difference when they step out on the floor and they're going against you know, a club like Kingston, which is mainly a part-time team.
Yes, a first-round draft pick with the Chicago Bulls, then went to Seattle and Minnesota. So just 20 seconds to go before the tip-off, and they're ready. They've been here, some of them, since 3 o'clock. They've been looking forward to this for ages, and the snow wasn't going to keep them away. Saw them trudging up the hill when I arrived around 2:33.
I was on the train with them, with a lot of them from Victoria, Simon. I'll tell you, I didn't want to utter anything about Kingston while I was in that carriage.
So it's an important game, not just for Kingston, but also for Aris. They're 5-2 in second place behind Barcelona, and a victory here is vitally important for them.
Oh, it's, you know, they need any victory they can get, really, and they've been in every game so far in this final pool, and there's nothing to keep them from getting another victory.
Kingston want to start quickly. They have a theory, Alton Bird was telling me early on, that if they can get in front and really put it onto Aris in the early minutes, they might fold. They did against Barcelona, but of course Barcelona are the best team in Europe, and Barcelona beat them by 28 points. So a good start, important for Kingston here. They can really put the pressure on, no mistakes, and really impose on them.
Definitely, Simon. You get a team like this down, I think they will start arguing with each other, and it will be a big psychological advantage for Kingston if they can get that early lead and maintain it through most of the first half. It'd be a big key for them.
So we're all ready then, except that the telephone directories just need to be swept aside. It's unbelievable. We've seen it here, but it's just a fraction of what it is like in Salonika. Here there are apparently hardly any telephone directories left.
There won't be any around this area after tonight either, Simon.
We have a few problems with the Greeks not too used to sitting down when they watch matches, but we hope to get this sorted out in the next moment or two. I think we need Martin Henman up here. He might give us a bit of a hand. There's the delay. Well, I guess this happens at every single home match for Aris, so they're used to this.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky it's paper, Simon. They said last week it was coins that were thrown on the floor. So let's just hope they stick with the telephone directory here.
And there's Goran Sobin. Don't see Nikos Galis using the broom. I think he's a bit above that, so the Yugoslav has to do it.
That's right. There are two foreign players there. Sellers and Sobin are designated sweepers here.
Yeah, it adds a new dimension to the term sweeper. So you can see what basketball means to the Greeks. Absolute joy on the faces. The match has not begun. It's an institution, and it's difficult to convey how important it is. And Galis is literally a sporting god in Greece.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's the one, I'm sure he's the main one they've all come out to see tonight, Simon. And I'm sure they're hoping he won't disappoint them.
So the vital tactic for Kingston early on is just to keep Galis as quiet as they can. There he is. They can be sure that he's going to shoot 28, 30 points. They don't want it to be 40 plus.
Yeah, they know Nick Galis will get his points, Simon. They've got to make sure the other guys are below their average. So
here's Giannakis. You're going to see a lot of him with the ball, and watch out for number 6. There he is. There's that man, Galis. Sellers. Rebound from Mike Griffiths. And here's Bird. Henlon. Kingston in front.
great fast break from Kingston. We didn't mention, it's interesting to see Martin Henlon out here starting the game rather than Trevor Gordon. So he's getting them off to a good start here.
And no Lorenzo Duncan either. Mike Griffiths. Sobin. And they've made a little bit of a tentative start. So now can Kingston turn this territorial and early possession advantage into points? That's what they need, just to rattle the Greeks early on. Cunningham. Martin Clark had a disappointing game against Pizarro. Here's Galis. Sobin.
Good defense from Kingston, and an interesting matchup there as Mike Griffiths is one of the stronger defensive guards for Kingston on Galis. No surprise there, really.
Galis again. Giannakis. Off again. Rebound Cunningham. Here's Bird.
Great pass from Alton Bird. Unfortunately, Martin Henlon wasn't ready for it. Should have been a sure 2 points. Instead, it's a turnover.
Galis with Griffiths in front of him. Sobin. Galis.
Point guard, the playmaker, Brad Sellers.
Brad Sellers. Oh, yes. 2 apiece.
Nice drive there from Alan Cunningham on that break. And drawing the foul. Give him the 2 points as well, so he gets a chance to make a 3-point play here from the free throw line. They don't want Sellers to start getting hot from the outside. They've done a great job defensively so far, with Aris missing the first few shots.
And Alan Cunningham will be pleased with that. Yeah. Had a poor start against Pizarro, and he has in 1 or 2 of the matches, but has been much more effective at half-time, after half-time. Giannakis finds Sellers. And again, shot off. Cunningham with the rebound. Yes, Griffiths there. But not able to really capitalize on the fast break. So Bird will slow it down. Calling for some motion. Here's Cunningham making a move. But they're leaving Clark free. The Paridis rebound, Giannakis, and they left Sellers. No basket. Foul on Martin Clark.
Yeah, they got him out away from the basket here, right here, with a hand check there with his left hand. So no basket, as you say, sideline ball. And that last play was designated for Martin Clark to be open. They want him to get hot early, get on that scoring board.
Galis from three-point range, and he's not so effective outside. He shoots from just inside that three-point line, and his percentage is very high, but not outside.
No, he likes taking the ball to the basket, shooting the ball off the dribble.
Foul on Alan Cunningham, his first foul. Here it is.
In the break.
Charging foul. Yanakis, here's Sellers. Good move from Alan Cunningham. Martin Clark, 2 points for him.
There we go. That gets Martin off now.
7-2, so it's the start Kingston wanted.
Alan Cunningham playing tenacious on those boards again tonight, Simon. He's gotten the last 2 or 3 rebounds for them right off the defensive boards, playing very strong. And getting their fast break off.
Sobin. Galis. Good defense again from Kingston.
And again, limiting him just to 1 shot.
Bird. Plenty of time, plenty of space. And Alton Bird's becoming a prodigious shooter in the last season. Never used to be, but he really is coming good. 20, 25 points a game now.
And that's a good shot for him, right off the break like that, pulling up. They leave him open. He's going to hit that shot.
So it's been a dream start for Kingston this first 4 minutes. Galis to Sobin. And again he's off. Clark rebound. Alton Bird. Galis with him. Not known so much for defense as his offense. Good move. Good move and a good pass back from Clark to Henlon. 11-2, it's scarcely believable.
Yeah, you see him drive to the basket, and Sobin went to pick Clark up for the shot, leaving Martin Henlon wide open for the 2 points. Great start for Kingston. They couldn't really ask for better.
And John Atkinson, our statistician, gives me the statistic. Aris has scored 1 from 8 shots. 1 out of 8 their shooting percentage so far.
And only one of those 8 shots, Simon, interestingly enough, despite the size of the Aris, has come from really inside the key. All the rest have been outside shots. Sellers and Sobin both looking to shoot from outside, which is great for Kingston.
I gather the Kingston contingent, better late than never, are streaming through the door. And it's one-way traffic out there at the moment. On the court, Kingston's way. Off court, the Greeks are winning hands down.
Well, it's on the court that matters, Simon.
That's right. So, 4.5 minutes gone.
Another turnover for the Aris team.
Alton Bird, that was a super ball through to Martin Clark on the last offense. Cunningham, Clark again. Turns and shoots in one movement, but Liparidis gets the rebound. Here's Yanakis, past Bird. And they can't shoot at the moment. It just won't go anywhere near. Bird. Foul on Nick Galis. And the crowd hate it.
Here we are. You can see Art taking to the basket and forcing a contact from Galis. As you said about his defense, he's not known for his defense, and Alton's got to make him try to force that type of a confrontation more often here.
And Galis, a foul against him in Salonika, causes a national uprising. And there's a man who must be really worried. Nazaros Lecic, formerly of Yugoslavia, assistant last year, head coach this year, but it's not going his way at the moment.
The referees are calling him tight out there, Simon. The 4th foul on the Salonika team. Kingston have to take advantage of this and keep that pressure on him. Don't let up.
I gather we had the first coin thrown on the pitch, on the court. That's what happens quite a lot of the time in Salonika.
slowing things down.
Clark, good check there from Brad Sellers. Sobin sends Galis away. Giannakis to his left. Liparidis, here's Giannakis. And they're letting him shoot from three-point range. Thinks better of it. It just won't go for him. Both Sellers and Sobin missing there. Bird. Here's Clark, plenty of time. And they can't check on Clark at the moment.
Great
2 more points for Martin Clark.
Great basketball from Kingston. Martin Hanlon, he's getting tired. He's calling for a substitution. That was a great defensive rebound outlet, and Kingston are off to the races tonight.
Would you believe that scoreline? 13-2. Giannakis, a free run.
It's just what they can't let happen. They can't let Aris take it to the basket like that. Force him to beat him from the outside.
Griffiths finds Bird. I'm surprised Coach Lecic hasn't called the timeout.
Yeah, he knows his team better than we do, Simon, so maybe he feels they're going to ride the storm, get back into it.
Griffiths goes from three and gets them. 3 for Mike Griffiths. It's 16-4.
Good shot from Mike Griffiths. We were talking the last couple of games here, Simon, how his lack of shots he takes. And it's good to see him come out and hit that first open shot he had.
Sellers battling away. That was a good move. That's why he's paid such a fat salary in Salonika.
And there it was, as we said, he got the ball in close to the basket. He pump fake there, Drew Allen cutting in the body contact and made the shot. Potential three-point play here.
The man from the Chicago Bulls, but he's still earning around $400,000 a year.
Probably on a little bit more now in Chicago, but he's not hurting.
But not getting the free throw. 16-6, Bird. Just slowing it down for a moment. Clark.
Oh, nice pass.
Cunningham.
Nice play.
And they're getting a little worried about Martin Clark. They were playing the shot all the time, and the pass was dead right.
That's right. Allen's defender turned his head, and Allen just went backdoor to the basket for the open layup.
Galis, no good. Sobin, no good. It's dreadful shooting from Aris at the moment. Sobin had a simple shot there.
Yeah, and the follow-up, and they missed.
And Bird makes them pay the other end. 2 more for Alton Bird. He's up to 4. He hasn't missed a shot.
And we were talking about him pulling up on the break like that when he's open.
Timeout called by Coach Lecic for the Greeks, but it's 26. Here's Kevin Cadle.
All right, you got to lift it. All right, we rebound, we work, move your feet, no dumb fouls. Now, you got to keep us in offense. Whatever they in, you got to keep us running this shit. We'll see when we come down, all right? We get the ball, we want to push it at their ass smartly, all right? Smartly, every time, push it at their ass. All right, let's go, babe. Let's go. Everybody, shot goes up. Everybody has to go after the board to rebound, all right? Everybody go get it. We get it to the guard, we push it at them. We keep pressure up support on them, too. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hey, talk with Griff on those double screens.
Not the most articulate timeout Kevin Cadle has had, but we got the message. He's pretty happy with the way things are going. Let's go back here to this last Alton Bird shot. 2 points he's credited with, but he shot from outside. That's a three-pointer if ever I saw one.
Oh, definitely. The referees had the advantage of seeing that replay. I think they had to change their mind. Let's hope it doesn't make a difference at the end of the game.
Sellers. That's it. 8 minutes gone. Now, we've got to expect Aris to start moving. Can't carry on like this, surely. Giannakis. 2 more.
That was a tough shot from Giannakis. Lorenzo Duncan right in his face on that.
So after missing 2 shots, Giannakis has got 2 in a row. He's up to 4.
You see, you got Lorenzo Duncan in the ball game for Alton Bird.
Alan Cunningham. Clark. Gordon. Griffiths. Good move. Duncan on the end of it.
Good ball movement from Kingston there, finding the open man. Lorenzo Duncan underneath the basket. An open shot. And at the defensive end, see Mike Griffiths here on Galis. They've done a great job defending him so far.
And the good thing is they've also quieted the crowd. The crowd nowhere near as vociferous as they were 5 or 6 minutes ago. And Kingston have done a job on them. They wanted to start and impose their game on the Greeks, and they've done that.
Oh, definitely. It's been all Kingston so far.
Plenty of time to ponder at the moment. Not much time for shouting. Sellers off. They're missing some simple shots. Foul called on Sobin. And they're on 16 fouls. Kingston on 16 fouls, Aris on 5. Duncan. Yanakis wrestling the ball away and getting it. Here's Galis, Sellers, and there's the dunk. And that lifted the crowd, all right. That's what they wanted. Simple move.
Yeah, that was started off by poor decision by Lorenzo Duncan there. Really had nowhere to go on that shot of his. That's caused a turnover.
Trevor Gordon gets 2 more.
I think it was Martin Henlon. He's back in there for Trevor Gordon now. Another big shot from him.
And the lead up to 14, coming up to midway through this first half. Foul on Mike Griffiths, and that's Kingston's 7th team foul. So any more fouls they commit defensively, it'll be 1-1. Mike Griffiths then takes his leave. Alton Bird back on court. Galis missing again. And Cunningham, a good hustle. Bird away. Kingston are running them ragged at the moment. The crowd now beginning to really make their presence felt below me. But this is almost like a desperate throw from them. Things have not gone their way at all. Gordon through to Henlon. Gordon again. Good follow-up.
Great also from Trevor Gordon. Going to the basket, they're getting the offensive tip for 2 points. Here he makes a pass to Henlon, who turns, turnaround jumper over Sobin, misses it, but Gordon hustles in and gets a tip. Great offensive rebound.
Foul there on Duncan, but Galis, who has the ball now, has not scored yet. He's had a quarter of a match, and that has not happened in any of the European games so far. He's been averaging about 35 points a game, averaged 40 last year. He has not scored so far in this match, and that is an incredible statistic.
Yeah, here's his first opportunity. It's a one-on-one from the free throw line for Galis.
It's 1-1.
But that's credit to Mike Griffiths, really, and team defense from Kingston there, holding Galis to no points so far.
Kingston shooting 11 from 17. Aris shooting 5 from 16. That's the difference. Really poor shot selection, and poor shots too. And it's carrying on. It's unbelievable. Alton Bird going for 3. Good try at the rebound from Gordon. Kingston much more effective on the offensive board. Galis, at last it's there for him. And the crowd rise because they know at last their hero is where he wants on the score sheet. Good block there too from Liparidis. Now they're starting to play.
He was called for a foul though. That's 2 free throws for Trevor Gordon. Nice dump pass there to Trevor Gordon. Well, difficult to tell whether that was a foul or not, but it doesn't matter. Because Trevor's on the free throw line for 2 shots.
Trevor Gordon, his first year at Kingston from Boston College, played 6 times for England, 26 years old.
The Kingston have not slowed down yet, Simon. They are still running. That's their game plan, and it's paying off for them.
It's been like a dream, hasn't it, to start for them? You just have to hope they don't wake up.
They hope Aris don't wake up either.
Here's Duncan. Gordon. Gordon up to 8 points. He's not missed a shot yet.
Great defense from Kingston. They got the ball out of the press, 2-2-1 press to come down there, get a 3-on-1 break with Gordon hitting that layup over Yanakis.
And a foul there I think it's on Lorenzo Duncan.
No, I think it might be on Brad Sellers.
We've got a second timeout called by Aris Salonika.
For legal screen.
Timeout, Aris.
Well, Aris have called a timeout. There's Brad Sellers. Think you might be right. Look, could well have been an illegal screen. We'll check that up. But here's Kingston's timeout. Kevin Cadle. It's an amazing scoreline, 30-12.
We got to keep working. We got to convert on the offenses. All right, now, defensively, we're doing a job. We're challenging every shot. The ball goes over there. You got to stick glue tight with him. You're not helping. No, you just on him. You're stopping him with the ball. All right, let's go. One, you at the high post. We're going to pop you back this time. All right, let's go, baby. Just one, just regular one. All right, so you two, once we pop it back, if he shoots, we're going to the bucket. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby. Stay with it.
So Kingston pretty pumped up, and it's looking really good for them. But we know, Dan, that Aris have got great pedigree. They've got terrific support here. They have the talent to turn this around. It's far, far from over.
No doubt about it. But if Kingston can carry on playing like this, you know, you said earlier about Alton saying they get him down, they keep him down. That's a big psychological boost for Kingston and an advantage, and that's the whole key. Now we see Aris coming back here in a 2-3 zone because their big guys are getting in foul trouble there.
Duncan is Alton Bird. Out it goes to Martin Henlon. And he shouldn't really be shooting from that range. Galis, desperate throw. Galis waving his hands around. But Martin Clark again given a lot of space and time. Possession goes to Aris.
Yeah, that's Kingston got the ball back there. Unfortunately, didn't get the score, but it comes from defense. Stealing that ball back, get another opportunity. Should be interesting to see if Aris do stay in that zone, what happens. Maybe we can see Duncan doing it. Oh, they got the foul on Duncan right there with the body on the pass.
So, Galis goes to the free throw line, just 2 points so far. He gets his first free throw. And he is the man who is going to ignite this team. He and Yanakis, really. Yanakis has got to make the moves. He's got to put them in the basket. Otherwise, they're dead and buried. 7:46 left. 30 points to 14. Kingston's best start so far in the European Cup. Clark, what a match he's had so far.
Yeah, there we go. It's a 2-3 matchup zone.
And they're struggling against the zone.
Yeah, it's causing problems, and it created a turnover and a fast break. And now potential three-point play for Galis. And there we have it.
And this is a bit of a worry now.
Yeah, Kingston have had problems with zones in the past here in this European Final 8. They're just going to have to take their time, work the ball around, look for the openings, look for the good shot, and hit that shot.
Galis up to 7 points. Here's Alton Bird. The lead down to 13. It's hardly time to panic. Clark. Ian Cunningham. Oh, good shot from Cunningham over Liparidis. And that's some height. Liparidis about 6'9".
It's one way to beat a defense.
There's no kind of shot really from Galis. He seems to be forcing it a little bit. Bird, Cunningham. Clark picks up the garbage and scores. He's up to 6 points.
Good shot from Martin Clark there. Good hustle to get the offensive rebound, get the ball back.
Yanakis through to Sovic.
Goes inside.
Sellers gets the dunk.
There's that height advantage.
2 meters 15, about 7 foot he is. Yanakis trying to hustle Bird. Through it goes. And Gordon couldn't read it.
Looked like Aris went back to man-to-man there, and Kingston took advantage of it with a nice pick and roll. Had Trevor Gordon wide open there on the roll. That's unfortunate. Could have been 2 easy points for them.
Galis still complaining. He's never happy. I've never seen him smile. Yanakis, Liparidis. Trevor Gordon with the rebound. Here's Bird. Cunningham. Martin Clark. Just that doubtful first touch cost him dear.
Yeah, that's right. Put that ball down the floor, gave the defense a chance to get on him.
Yanakis. Well, that wanted to go in all right. And at last they're ignited, but they're still 12 points down. Timeout called by Kevin Cable.
A good timeout from Kevin there. Aris are having a nice little roll going. Kingston weren't getting anything the last 2 times down, and then Nikos hitting that big 3-pointer.
Have some patience with the rotation. All right, so you go on Galis. All right, let's go, baby. We just stay with it. Hey, stay with it. Yo, pressure up.
How you want it 48?
Yeah, okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, do it.
Well, there's a measure of what they have to deal with. And there's Coach Lazarus Lecic. And you can see he's still not happy, although his team are beginning to start to play, roared on by this fanatical element in the crowd. But Kingston mustn't let them back in at any stage.
Yeah, that's what that timeout was all about, I think, just to kind of break the momentum, break the rhythm there for Aris. Calm the Kingston players down, get them to concentrate a little bit more, and hopefully take some smarter shots or hit these shots.
Here's Bird. Stiller. 5 minutes left now in this first half. Stiller through to Gordon. Travel.
I thought that was going to be Sobin's 3rd foul. Not to be, though. He called it travel. Again, it's an interesting zone defense there, matchup there. A lot of switching, a lot of movement from the defense, which is, I think, confusing things for Kingston out there a little bit.
Galis. Yanakis from outside. Yes, 3 for Yanakis.
And Galis had to help set that up by his penetration. You can see when he starts going to key, he brings all the defense to him. Yanakis just lines up there in the 3-point line for his 3-point shot.
So now a bit of pressure coming the other way. 9 points, the lead. It's the lowest it's been for around 10 minutes. Kingston needs some momentum going their way now. Cunningham shoots from 3-point range. It never looked on. Gordon, but some messy handling. Henlon has a chance. Yes. Martin Henlon, up to 4 points. And a foul on Sam Stiller, I think. Stiller brought in, replacing Lorenzo Duncan. Here it is.
Yeah, Sam not known for his defense either, and I think that's going to be a tough matchup for him. One thing you don't want to do is just keep on coming down, putting Nick Galis on the free throw line every time.
Substitution, you can see Martin Clark coming in for Martin Henlon. Galis then on the free throw line. Greece, remember, European champions back in '87. Runners up in '89. A nation with tremendous basketball history and pedigree. But at the moment, Kingston lead by 9. Under 4 minutes left in this first half. Clark, Stiller. Sellers rebound. Yanakis finds Galis. They've got a man over, and it's Sellers. Oh, what a move! What a move! You pay a lot of money for a move like that.
Yeah, though. That's right. They're on a roll now, Simon. Here we go. Spin move there, underneath the basket. A nice reverse layup. end the foul for a three-point shot.
No travel?
Three-point play. Could very well have been. Not in Greece, that's not a travel.
Maybe it's not a travel in front of this crowd either. But he makes the 3 points. He's up to 11, leading scorer.
You see Kingston have stopped the running game, or the Aris team has stopped Kingston's running game. The zone has helped them a lot with that, because it's taken some time for them to set up and look for their shot.
Martin Clark, they need some points now, Kingston. Gordon for the foul. I think it's on Agilidis. Jerry the drummer's arrived, and they're going to need him now as a counter for this amazingly raucous support.
First foul, Agilidis.
Agilidis' his first foul. Shooting foul two shots here for Trevor Gordon. Still some empty seats here, still some people trying to get here. I think a few will have given up. It's an absolute sellout, but what noise we have here, and what a match we have for you as well. Sideline possession. Here come Aris Salonika with Galis. Sellers.
Just over 3 minutes. First half.
Good press defense from Kingston, 2-2-1. They got the steal out of Alan Cunningham, still in pass. And coming down with it on the run. Alan Cunningham hit that layup.
Cunningham up to 9. If Kingston can keep it like this.
Here we go, this is their game.
Yes, Trevor Gordon. Trevor Gordon into double figures. He's the leading scorer so far for Kingston on 11. Sellers has 11. Aris, and look at this!
Trevor.
Trying too hard, but there's a foul there on Brad Sellers. Foul there on Sellers.
Trevor Gordon trying to make a 360 layup in there. Missing the layup. Fortunately, Allen was there to get the rebound and draw the foul from Sellers. See if he can hit these two here. Make it a 13-point lead for him. Just under 2.5 minutes to go.
Second foul on Sellers. That might be important later on. Yes. And so Kingston have picked themselves up at an important time.
That's right. They've done it with their defense, Simon. Out of the 2-2-1 zone press, they've gotten a couple of steals, a couple of easy baskets, early shots, and helps extend that lead up to 13 points. Here we go again. We see the 2-2-1 press again. And you can see it's affecting Aris. It's making them slow the ball down, take some time off their offense.
Galis. And again.
Kingston need those defensive rebounds, though. They can't give him a second shot at the basket.
Foul on Sam Stiller.
The foul is called on number 6, Sam Stiller. His second foul. Sam Stiller.
Yeah, there it is right there.
Martin Clark taking
Get over
away
the arm,
from
shoulder.
Martin Hamlin
Talked about
back
that matchup earlier. That's going to be a tough one for Sam.
in.
Because there's very few players who are better at drawing fouls in Europe than Nick Galis. That's just how he does it.
Galis moves on to 10, into double figures at last, but it's taken him some time. 18 minutes we've had so far, just 2 minutes left in this half. And it's been a difficult time for the man who finds basketball and shooting particularly so easy. The natural rhythm hasn't been there.
And that was Nick Galis' fourth one-on-one. As I said, he can draw fouls better than anybody out there. We don't want him on the free throw line every time down.
The lead 11. Kingston calling for motion, Kevin Cadle. Cunningham. Good rebound, Martin Hammond, yes! Good play.
That's what they need to do, keep on those offensive boards.
Inak is so relaxed. Now Galis. Through to Liberidis.
3-second call.
3 seconds to call.
Not allowed to be in that
Turnover. So
key for longer than 3
Kingston.
seconds.
We go into the last 1 minute, 20 seconds.
Cunningham. Oh, yes. Good shot. Difficult one now.
They feel it. You get in a roll like this, all the players, they feel it. They're all confident.
And this is perhaps even more impressive than the start they had. They've come back when things look difficult. The lead down to 6, but now it's gone up to 15 again.
That's the important thing, Simon. They maintain the composure.
2 more for Salas. He's up to 13. Here it is again. Sweet move there from Liparidis through to Salas. Into the last minute we go now. Alton Bird. Mike Griffiths from outside. Good rebound, Alan Cunningham. And the shot clock starts again. Kingston will go for probably 1 shot.
Yeah, 22 seconds on the shot clock now. I think they probably will run it down as low as they can. So Aris don't really have much time left to shoot the ball.
No Martin Clark there, so it's difficult to spot the shooter. In fact, Bird going. Mike Griffiths it is for 3-point range. Off. Gordon. Yes. He's up to 13. And the lead up to 15. Just a second left. They'll not get a shot in. Nothing of any moment anyway. Galis does it. Not a bad effort. Better than some of them he's done from about 15 feet. It's not been his half. It's been a remarkable half of basketball from the English champions. They led by 17. It was cut down to 6 with about 6 minutes to go in this half. But Kingston moved away again. A mightily impressive performance from Kingston. They lead by 15 against the Greek champions, Aris Salonika. You'll be back with us at Crystal Palace in just a couple of minutes.
The television premiere of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing.
Every single one of them pictures is somebody Italian, and we want some black people up.
American Italians on the wall.
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Always do the right thing.
I got it. I'm gone.
It's a tale of good and evil.
Fight! Hold up! Time out!
Spike Lee directs and stars in Do the Right Thing. Sunday night at 10, only on the Movie Channel.
Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Tennis on the Sports Channel. This time it's direct from Milan. Unbeatable action. Tennis from Milan this Saturday at 2 on the Sports Channel.
Welcome back to a quite extraordinary scenes here at Crystal Palace, where the wind is still well and truly with us outside. But here inside, well, it's like something out of the Aegean, because we have the most amazing support here from the fans. Most of the fans who struggled through the snow today are from Aris Salonika. The floor is littered with telephone directories and goodness knows what else. All the fruits of the Greeks who are here. And the halftime score then is Kingston 49, Aris Salonika 34. Well, with me is Dan Lloyd, who's struggled through the masses. He's now getting showering confetti. Very nice it is too, Dan.
Oh, it's great,
lovely.
it's great.
I'll tell you what, it's snowing outside, it's snowing inside.
Oh, yeah.
What an extraordinary start. What on earth did Kingston have for their team?
Well, it primarily has come from the defense of Kingston. They've done a great job in limiting Galis, particular, to just 10 or 12 points this half. And if they can carry on playing defense like that, I think you could see a win for Kingston.
Right, we have a couple of little bits of action for us to have a look at again. Let's see if we can see it.
Yeah, this is out of the Kingston 2-2-1 full court zone press. And you see the trap there on Yannikis with Gordon and Bird there. They're all over him, trying to force him to throw a bad pass. There's a pass there, and Martin Clark sneaks in, gets the steal, and they're off to the races down the other end. Bird gets the ball down, quick pass underneath. 2 points to Trevor Gordon there. And that's been instrumental in getting them this 15-point lead at halftime.
I mean, the thing was they started off absolutely brilliantly, and then Salonika pinned them back, but they've really counter-attacked well yet again, haven't they?
That's right. I think the Aris comeback has taken a lot out of them, and that's what enabled Kingston towards the end, their last 5 or 6 minutes of the half, to again get that lead back up to 15 points.
Now, I mean, I don't like to say anything at this point, but I've been doing a little bit of sort of quick memory searching, and I think this is the first time Kingston have been in front at half-time in one of these games.
Well, definitely by this margin. I think they have been up once or twice before, Charles, but you know, great 20 minutes of basketball for Kingston. The important thing is, can they maintain it for the second half?
Well, can they?
I think so. I mean, obviously the momentum's with them right now, and you know, there's no reason why they can't. They're playing great basketball as a team out there, and it's really come from the defensive end, which is what Kingston prides himself in.
Now, you're an England assistant coach. What would you be saying if you were in the dressing room now?
Oh, thanks, Charles. What, with the Kingston team or the Aris team? The Kingston team, as I say, it's just to maintain, keep their intensity on the defensive end, make sure they keep Galis under reins there. Mike Rivers has done a great job for him in the first half. They forced him to take very few shots. They've done a great job of the defensive end. They've got to keep that intensity. Get the ball, limit them to just one shot, and then off to the races, fast break, and look for an early shot. And they've done that, and it's been successful for them.
Sounds a piece of cake to me, Dan. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, we're going to take a short break now, but join us again for the second half of simply one of the best games of basketball we've had here on the Sports Channel. See you in a mo.
Curtains. Pull yourself together. There's always Betsy. Betsy!
Yes, the trans moment viewers have these poor blackers got the power. Just a second. Thank you so much, most kind. Well, thank goodness for that. They've got the power after all, and you could have too. National Power and Power Gen. Register for a prospectus by February the 15th, and you could get incentives.
I've got the power!
Oh, Elspeth, will you be it? My wife, I mean. I will. Yeah. For you, Dime Buzzer forever. Crisp butter almond and smooth milk chocolate. Well, you never forget your first dime.
You know, I reckon that a woman's place is in the home.
Dad, you don't.
I do, love. You agree, don't you, Bill?
Well,
Mum's got a job now, haven't you, Mum?
Few hours a week, Dad. I just want to save a bit.
Hardly seems worth it.
Oh, yes, it is, Dad. These newfangled tax laws for married women will certainly help my savings go further.
Where did you get that idea from? Financial Times?
No, Dad. Your National Savings Guide.
For married women who are non-taxpayers, National Savings has special schemes that give you gross interest automatically. Nothing's taken off for tax.
Maybe I should take a look at it, George.
Something strange is happening in LA.
I want answers, and I want them now. But I have never seen anything like this.
An explanation's not going to help you. What I'm after is still out there. And I don't know where to start. I want to ask you, am I crazy? Or does this seem just a little bizarre?
High-tech horror in The Hidden with Twin Peaks star Kyle MacLachlan. Tuesday at 10 on the Movie Channel.
Welcome back to Crystal Palace, this little corner of Greece for this evening. It is still absolute bedlam here. As you can hear, the supporters of Aris Salonika are still making their voices and their feelings held, but they have not a great deal about to cheer about, because the scoreboard over there to just behind me says it all. It says Kingston 49, Aris Salonika 34. We're due for the second half very shortly. I just wonder whether Kingston are in for some sweet revenge for the defeat they had out in Salonika at the very start of this European Cup quarter-final campaign. Let's go to our match commentators now. Simon Reed, and a man who's done a quick leg up through the crowd, Dan Lloyd. Simon.
Thanks a lot, Charles. Yeah, not difficult. It's not easy, Dan, is it, getting through the Aris crowd here?
No, it's easier getting from Crystal Palace Station to here.
And that's a nightmare.
3 feet of snow.
Believe it, there are still some people arriving at this match now. One interesting stat. Last week, remember, Kingston against Barcelona, the leaders in this last 8 group. Kingston were murdered on the rebounding boards. Here, they're beating Aris 25-12.
And the big statistic from that is 11 offensive rebounds for Kingston, which just means second and third opportunities for Kingston when they're on offense. And that's, you know, that if they can keep on with that, that's going to be a big plus for them. Another thing about the statistics, Simon, as you say, is for Aris, they only have three players who have scored for them, and that's all credit to the Kingston defense. So if you know, it's all come from the defensive end, and Galis with just 11 points, shooting 2 from 8 from the floor.
The clock's running down, just 6 seconds left. Kingston are out, but no Aris. Aris have not taken the court yet, so this is quite a surprise. Kingston ready. Now, is the coach giving them what for, do you think, in the changing room?
I would think so, Simon. If I was him, I would be. But this could be worth a technical foul for against the Aris team.
There's the commissioner for the game, Harry Keats, and he'll be noting what's been happening. Still no Aris team. Well, I've not seen this. This is either a strange tactic, which I think is going to be punished, or there are all kinds of murders going on in the Aris dressing room.
I don't know, maybe he felt the way they've been playing, they've just gotten on the bus and going out to the airport.
And Harry Keats saying, what's happening? Perhaps they've been disciplined so much, none of the Aris players want to come out and play second half. It certainly was a quite amazing statistic. You said just the 3 players from Aris who got on the score sheet. Sellers with 13, Yanakis with 10, Galis with 11, and here they are, and they don't look too happy, do they?
No, that was Sobin leading him out, and he's scoreless in the half, so which is quite unusual, I'm sure, for them.
Well, they're an important ingredient. If they start well in the second half, that crowd could lift them.
Well, we just had a look at Jerry the drummer there a little while ago, Simon, and you know, if Kingston carry on playing the way they have in the first half, I'm sure Jerry's drum will drown the Aris supporters.
So Brad Sellers still getting the instructions from Nazaros Lecic. Lecic, who was the assistant last year, replaced Yanis Ionadis earlier this year. There he is, and he'll have had a busy time in the last 10 minutes. A lot of words would have come out of that mouth.
Yeah,
Kevin Cadle looking pretty calm.
Yeah, he can afford to right now. But I'm sure, you know, these guys have been in a situation. They're a very experienced team, Aris. And I'm sure one thing he doesn't want them to do is start panicking. And he just wants them to go out and play. Hey, you guys have, you know, one of the best teams in Europe. Let's go out there and play that way. Don't take this team too lightly. You get out there and play ball the way you can.
So here we go then. Can Kingston hold on for their second victory in this final 8 pool? Remember, they've won 1, lost 6. Yanakis out there is Galis. Yanakis again. There's a good start.
Yeah, good shot from Yanakis on driving to the basket there, putting it in off the glass.
Mike Griffiths. Yes. 2 points for Mike Griffiths. Galis finds Yanakis. is Galis. Galis. Sobin going for his first points of the match and getting them.
Yeah, they weren't easy. You had Trevor Gordon to face in there.
Bird. Griffith. Cunningham. Martin Clark. Around Liparidis, but a charging foul against Clark.
Yeah, good defense by Liparidis there. Drawing that offensive foul. Here it is. You see Martin turns, sticks his shoulder, and a good call by the official.
And that's an important time. It's his third foul. Sobin brought away by Gordon. Here's Cunningham. Oh, and a good check from, of all people, Yanakis. A good hand from Sellers. That was a remarkable piece of play.
Those are the plays that get you back in the ball game, Simon.
Galis. Oh, Liparidis crashing in.
Ooh, they're giving the foul to Alan Cunningham.
Well, that's scarcely credible. Let's have a look at this again.
Good defense there from Bird on Galis, forcing him to take a tough shot. I think they must have called a foul on Allen for pushing Liparidis in there. It caused him to fall.
Yanakis going for three, and way off. Bird has Duncan free, holds up himself. Gordon going for the rebound. Galis gets it. All the way from Galis. And messy hands. Sobin doesn't like it.
Now he's one frustrated player, I think, Simon. Only scoring one basket so far this game. He's very keen to get his game together and get in on the scoring action.
Cunningham. Out Bird. Duncan. Tip in from Trevor Gordon. The lead back to 15.
And there's another offensive rebound from Trevor Gordon there. Crashing the boards. Missed shot from Duncan there. Here comes Trevor in. A nice tip. Give him 2 more points.
Yanakis. Looks like a charging foul to me. Not given. Alton Bird has Duncan with a lot of space, a lot of time, goes for 3 points and gets them. Big basket, Lorenzo Duncan.
Great shot. Great play from Kingston there. Alton getting the defense all looking at him, and he just dumped the pass over there to Lorenzo for a nice 3-pointer.
And the lead up to 18. It's as big a lead as they've had throughout the match. And the crowd rising once more. One last desperate bid from the crowd, but the players aren't matching it. Liparidis. Foul there, I'm not sure if it was on Cunningham.
Trevor Gordon. He called it right there. He didn't really have a good view of that foul. It's interesting to see last time down, bodies falling all over the place, then he gets him for a foul like that. It's going to be important for the officials to keep control of this game, especially with the crowd as they are.
Sellers, he's having an awful game. Foul on Lorenzo Duncan, but Sellers missed another simple shot.
You can see how frustrated Sobin is here. Here's a replay. Oh yeah, he got him on the arm. Sobin had something to say to Lorenzo Duncan after that. He's not too happy.
Third foul against Duncan. So Sobin on the line. 2 points only so far. And that's why can't credit the shooting from Aris.
And let's hope it's not the Kingston team that ends up in foul trouble at the end of this game, Simon. They've got to watch that. Those reaching fouls again. 2 in a row.
Well, if this was outdoors and it was the Cameroons, they'd be blaming the cold. You can't blame the cold here. It's just poor play from Aris, and Kingston outclassing them on the night.
That's right. Here's Alton drawing another foul on Nikos there, driving to the basket, drawing the body contact.
Here's Duncan.
Another reaching foul there on Kingston, on Lorenzo Duncan.
4 fouls, Lorenzo Duncan.
He can't afford to do that. That's 4 on him. No, 3. Just 3 on Lorenzo. Those are unnecessary fouls, and they can't afford them.
Galis, Sobin, and Henlon, and it's Henlon who does the foul.
I think that's Trevor Gordon right here. Reaching in, knocking the ball away, trying to draw the charge.
And there is an unhappy man. Goran Sobin now has to compose himself.
He's had his chance to make amends there on the free throw line. He hasn't been too successful at it. Then again, he misses.
Transferred from Yugoslav in the summer. 3-time national champion. He's won the European Championship twice with them. But this has been a miserable performance from him. And again, 2 free throws go a-begging.
And a big rebound from Alan Cunningham on that.
Altenberg.
Altenberg becoming the ball for Kingston. Takes the ball around the key.
4 hands for once. Here comes Galis.
Aris fast break.
Sobin gets the points. Up to 5. But it's a poor return.
Kingston turning the ball over here. They can ill afford to do that. They must work, and they must get a shot every time down the floor.
The lead 15. There are 15 minutes left. Bird round Sellers and gives Griffiths time. Cunningham. Bird screaming for it down the left there. That was never on. And here's Galis. 2 more for Galis. He's up to 13.
And there's that height advantage here for the defensive rebound. Getting that ball out quick to Galis on the break. I think we're going to see a lot more of that from Galis this half, Simon. He's just going to look to take off now. He's got those big guys in there getting the defensive rebound.
People still coming in the door. And they're seeing one heck of a match here. 2 more for Alan Cunningham. He's up to 15 points. Yanakis. Galis. Sobin.
Martin Henlon here.
First foul, Martin Henlon.
I think they're going to call him with the leg there, the knee. See Sobin, he's going to take it to the basket. Every time he gets it, they got to keep him from getting the ball. They got to try to deny the ball inside, because every time he gets it, he's going to the basket.
And Kingston in foul trouble now. 17 fouls against them. So Aris can go 1-1. Galis goes for 3. Clark with the rebound. Martin Clark on 4 fouls now. Vital that he stays in the match. Cunningham. Yes. 2 more. Alan Cunningham having a fine match. 17 points to him. The lead up to 17.
Sorry, son. Allen was calling for that ball for the last 5 seconds.
Bird. Cunningham again. Given too much time, and he loved that, Alan Cunningham. He's up to 19, but the old swoops give them a terrific lead now.
He feels it. He wants that ball. And there's Kingston off to the races again, Simon. That's been instrumental for him tonight. Is that running game. They got to keep that going.
Romanidis, number 9, you in. Yanakis goes from outside, and again the rebound from Martin Clark. Henlon. Rebound Sellers. Yanakis to Galis. Galis goes on his own. Galis beginning to perform now. But Sellers and Sobin, and even Yanakis aren't. Great ball from Alton to Cunningham. What a sweet move.
Right back at him, Simon.
Alton Bird showing why he's the best playmaker in Britain.
And they don't slow down. Even though they score, they're right back down the floor. Ellen Cunningham get a layup. Those old legs of Bird and Cunningham are keeping them going out there.
Sellers. He was due that. 15 points to Sellers. But he's not been an influential factor. The lead 17, just 12 minutes left, just over 12.
Well, here you see Kingston walking the ball to the floor. Let's see what they get out of this.
Clark, Cunningham. What a stretch he's having now.
They had a big shot from Alan Cunningham with a man in his face.
Cunningham up to 23 points. And this is going to be a difficult match for Kingston to lose now. 19 points the lead against the club lying in second place in Europe. They lost to the leaders last week. Was that interference? The crowd think it was from Martin Henlon.
Foul on the Kingston defense. Number 13, Martin Henlon, his second
foul on Henlon.
Here we go, Sobin up underneath. You can see
Kingston
they're being pushed down the back.
Henlon's second foul. Cadle orchestrates even further. But he'll be pleased with that scoreline behind him.
Oh yeah, but he won't be satisfied with it, Simon. He wants to keep it and extend on that.
And Sobin misses yet another free throw. Up to 6 points. It's a miserable haul from him. One of the finest players in Europe is having a day he'll want to forget. Alton Bird. So much time. And they're giving Bird free rein to shoot. Sellers. Yanakis. Good hands from Trevor Gordon. Sellers again, and the foul, I think, against Mike Griffiths.
Mike Griffiths, foul.
His third foul, and here it is.
Yeah, he made a nice move there. Bring the ball back to his left. Mike Griffiths coming underneath him as he went up to shoot the ball.
So Sellers goes to the line.
There's still a lot of time left, Simon. Over 11 minutes, and we got a number of Kingston players now in foul trouble. And it's important that they don't let that become a factor.
Cunningham's on 3 fouls. Griffiths on 3. Martin Clark on 4.
I think Lorenzo Duncan's on 4 fouls as well.
On 17 points in the game.
So 16 the lead. Cunningham. Trevor Gordon, and Griffiths has got too much time and might have made that. Galis. And that's the kind of shot he's famous for.
That's right.
The little jumper from 12, 14 feet. He's the master of it. There's no better player almost in world basketball than Nick Galis in that kind of range. So a timeout called. And the Kingston lead is 14. There are 10 minutes and 47 seconds left. Let's listen to Kevin Cadle.
All right, this we're running. We're running 1 over. All right, you're going to Martin's side, so you're the first one. We're gonna push you back. All right, so we got other guard, that's you making a round off cut. We push him back, we deliver it. If it's there, we're fine. If not, if it's 1 over. All right, now, if not, we don't have it, slide the postman down. We see if we can run a split on that side over there, okay? Let's go, babe. We just need a good offense. We need some tough defense all the way up the court. Let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go, man.
So we need some tough defense, and they need the defense against this kind of play. This is the kind of play that could turn the match around. Here he is, Nick Galis, the master shooter.
That's right, in a broken play like that, transition basketball, he's the master at it, as you say. Bringing the ball down there on 1 or 2 players and just pulling up for a tough jump shot. Yep.
Galis on 17 now. Lorenzo Duncan has Yanakis in front of him. Alan Cunningham, not that time. Yanakis Quickly through to Galis. Press on here from Kingston, but he gets through it so well, but doesn't make the shot.
But he draws the foul. Sorry, Simon, but he draws the foul. There's nobody better at it than he.
Third foul against Martin Henlon. That's how it happened. And Galis is becoming more and more influential in the match. He has such an influence on the side if he's playing well. And the coins beginning to rain in on the court, I can see now. Trying to bring a little bit of Salonika to Crystal Palace. And a foul there on Yanakis. He's dumbfounded, but he'll have to take it.
And it's only their second foul this half. Only 2 fouls for Aris so far this half, which has definitely gone to their favor.
So in comes Trevor Gordon, out goes Martin Henlon.
But that's 4 fouls on Yanakis.
Gordon. A serving with him. Tough shot to make. And here's Galis with so much time, such composure, even in a critical situation, which this is. Yanakis, a three-pointer. And again, the paper goes up in the air, and the lead's down to 10, and trouble brewing here for Kingston. Duncan. Good basket there, Trevor Gordon.
That was a nice break there, nice dump-off pass there from Duncan to Gordon. Made that shot more difficult than it should have been. Still it went in. And Kingston got to do it down this end of the floor.
Galis through, good hands from Sobin. Cunningham draws a foul. It's his 4th foul, and now Kingston have critical foul trouble.
It seems every time down now, Simon, Kingston are fouling. And there's a lot of time left, over 9 minutes. Here we go with the pass in from Galis. Looks like could have had Gordon there with reaching in.
2 or 3 times in this European Championship campaign, they've run into foul trouble, and it's foul trouble that's let them down. They need Cunningham on court for at least another 5-6 minutes.
That's right, so it's key players too who get into foul trouble, and down the stretch that hurts.
At last, Sobin lands a free throw. But the lead being whittled away all the time now. 18 points it was at one stage. This is that one. Cunningham drags it down. And here comes Bird. Looks across at Kevin Cable.
Good move, bringing Alton in at this time. He was instrumental in getting those leads.
Not picked up by Trevor Gordon. Yanakis through to Galis.
Good call. Traveling.
Yanakis looking for a foul against Mike Griffiths, not getting it. The crowd looking at it too. But look at Galis. Always misjudged by the referees.
Right. That's right. Best players always are, Simon.
Here's Bird. Henlon. And again, Galis. Yanakis. Sellers not able to get it. Sobin battling away for all his worth. And the crowd going frantic in front of us. Calling for possession. Not given. And it looked like Trevor Gordon forced it out.
Yeah, he might. Old Sobin might have a reason to be upset there. Doesn't matter though, it's Kingston ball.
What an atmosphere. What patriotism from the Greeks. And there's another coin that's been thrown on. There are many all over the court. And the game's going to be halted now. And Some of the Kingston bench beginning to incite the crowd, and it's getting a little bit too intimidating here. Just listen to this.
The Aris sixth man, Simon. That's their sixth man out there, the crowd.
In their last match against Pizarro, there was a warning from Colin Gerrard, the British referee, at half-time, that if any more coins or cigarette lighters, there were about 50 cigarette lighters on court at one stage, if the crowd persisted in doing that, he would take the crowd out, force the security to take the crowd out and play the game without a crowd. And all of a sudden, it changed. They started to behave themselves. It's great to see patriotism and fanatical support like this, but just occasionally it crosses the bounds of what is acceptable, and it's just beginning to do that now. Clark, up to 7 points. They're pressing Galis, as you can see. Yanakis.
Big miss there from Sellers and a big rebound from Clark. And here go Kingston. This is what they got to do. They got to get the running game going again. Fortunate miss there from Alton. But it's important that they do keep running at him, keep the pressure on him.
And a foul there against Alton Bird.
There we go. I think they got him from behind there. Alton swung and might have hit him on top of the head there. It's interesting as well, Simon, to see that only 4 Aris players have scored tonight.
Sobin getting 2 more. He's up to 9. Alton Bird. Griffiths. Here's Yanak. Galis with Yanakis with him. Galis again. 2 more for Galis. And Galis thinking there's a foul there. Not content with the 2. That brain working overtime at the moment.
Yeah, Allen was lucky not to get that foul. He's got to watch himself out there. And there's Galis fouling up for 2 points.
And a foul on Galis, I think. His second foul. And this place is really rocking. People jumping up and down in front of us. It's almost impossible to see. The lead down to 8. 7 minutes left. And Aris Salonika from Greece are on a roll here.
Oh, they call a double foul, Simon. We can't tell on who, but I see a 5 foul marker.
We think Alan Cunningham has been fouled out. It's impossible to see from our position. But Cunningham is going. Cunningham going. He is fouled out. And Galis helped him off. Martin Henman coming back.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
And they need a big, big game now in this last 7 minutes from Martin Henman.
Each referee pointing the other way. Let's see who they go with.
And Galis just making his influence.
And they're giving the ball to Aris.
He's not a guy you argue with. Not in front of this crowd. Yanakis then. Galis. Mike Griffiths in front of him. But he's going to play in the last few minutes. Off from Galis. Great rebound, Hendon. Took a blow to the side, but the clock ticks away.
Good defense from Mike Griffiths there. Forcing Galis into a tough shot, forcing him to miss it.
Bird. Galis. Over Galis he goes. It's so near the tip from Martin Hennon. And Hennon is struggling a little with that blow to his side. Mobility seems to be impaired at the moment. Kingston have possession. More time off the clock.
Yeah, that's important. While they have this lead.
Martin Clark. They needed that. And a little lucky there. Yanakis sends it out.
They're getting the ball back, but they got to hit these shots. They got to score.
And again, the 30-second clock starts again. Kingston can use as much of it as they can. Alton Bird has got such a big part to play. Bird who's on 3 fouls himself. Galis with him. Good hands from Liparidis.
Big turnover there for Kingston.
Sobin. 2 more for Sobin.
Cuts it to 6 points with 5:45 to go. 69-63.
And Sobin coming good when it matters. Up to 11 points. What a finish we have here. Alton Bird. And now is the experience that Kingston and Alton Bird were talking about. They need it now. No mistakes. No basket. But a foul on Martin Clark. And Martin Clark will be off. That's Clark's 5th foul. No basket though, the foul before the shot. And they wave him goodbye.
I think Kevin Cato would rather give him the 2 points than the foul on Martin Clark there. Most unfortunate. Here we go. Here's Galis. This is his style of game right there, driving to the basket. He stuck his shoulder in there. It was hard to say. Martin Clark may have had position.
And now one of the most important times of Kingston's match. Timeout. And here's Kevin Cadle. They lead just by 6.
He's got a ball. All right, now. Pick and roll. You know the ball is coming. Grab the ball and power. All right? Beware of the ball. Grab the ball and power. Now, we got 1, 2, 3. We got a D up. You go on number 4. We help rebound at the same time. We get it. We got to push it at the ass. All right? Push it at them. Don't slow the game down. Push it at them. But we got to get tough and rebound. All right? Now, your man there, you got to get your feet moving on it. All right? All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
And while Kevin Cadle was having his timeout, the Aris players came to their crowd and raised their fists at them, and that's the response. So here's Galis on the free throw line, and he's getting it together now. 8 from 10 he is from the line at the moment. He's up to 20 points. Top scorer so far. The lead goes down to 5.
9 for 11 from the free throw line, Nick Galis is so far tonight. 10 for 12.
The lead down to 4. They've whittled it away, just like they did in the first half, until that resurgence in the last few minutes. Can Kingston do it again? But now they don't have Clark. They don't have Cunningham. They do have Bird, and he's going to be so important. Lorenzo Duncan. Charging foul. Oh dear. And that's his 4th foul.
That wasn't a lot different from the foul down the other end of the floor with Galis. But that's the way it goes. Oh, we've got a jump ball here. I think, again, it might have been a double foul. And that's 5 fouls. 5 fouls on
Yanakis.
Yanakis.
Yes, Yanakis. There is a foul against Yanakis as well, and he is off. He can't credit it. I must say I thought it was a little unlikely, but that's the way it's been given. And the chief playmaker of the Salonika team is off with 5 minutes left. Here we have it again.
Here we go. Here's Lorenzo Duncan driving to the basket, and Yanakis definitely did move in his path. But the other official gave the foul to Lorenzo Duncan. So Lorenzo Duncan on 4 fouls, but worse for Aris. Yanakis is fouled out. And that's going to be a key play there for Aris. losing Yanakis, who's one of their big leaders on the team.
Yes, one of only 4 point scorers, but it's not his point scoring. He scored 15. It's his playmaking. And they need all the help they can get, the security. It is intimidating here. And Agilidis, who played a major part against Pizarro, but it hasn't contributed much here. But he gets that jump ball. And now Galis not only scores the points, he has to set it up as well.
Kingston extending that defense to full court. Oh, nice move.
Agilidis. Good rebound, Martin Henlon. Berg finishes it off. Good pass to Duncan. He's got Gordon free. Here's Trevor Gordon. And a foul. Great play by Trevor Gordon. Foul against Liparidis.
And we heard on that last time out, Kevin Cadle wants him to keep pushing the ball. Here's a hook pass over the head. Good outlet pass to Lorenzo Duncan for a 2-on-1 break. Here's Trevor Gordon going to the basket for a tough left-handed layup there, drawing a foul.
Trevor Gordon on to 19 points. Alton Bird, not a point scorer this time. Only 4 points. He's been going 20, 25 a match. But again, it's his experience, his influence that's proving important.
Definitely instrumental in that, and getting the offensive rebound there. He's all over the place.
Don't believe that. So, the lead 6.
And this is, as you say, that experience that comes through. In situations like this, when the going gets tough, you need that experience to come through for you. Nice pass.
Martin Henlon. Henlon up to 10, and he's doing a job for Kingston with Cunningham out.
Good penetration from Bird. Pass over to Henlon for the dunk. Just what the doctor ordered.
4 minutes just over left. Sellers misses again. And Kingston can afford just to slow it down a little, but they're not going to. Lorenzo Duncan, well, I won't complain.
That's their game plan. Keep pushing that ball.
The lead up to 10. And they are keeping pushing. I just wondered if they should take time off the clock now on each offense. They should be favourites from here despite this effort. 2 more there.
You can bet they're going to be going to Nick Galis. And here he is spinning there on both Griffiths and Bird. Driving to the basket, drawing a foul there. It looks like on Martin Henlon.
What a tough shot.
Tough shot.
Off balance, but he still got it in. So timeout. It's 75-67, 3:39 left. Here's Cadle.
Go after body position to cut his man down. All right, we just stay tough with it. Offense, we get some motion. We want to use some space, use some speed and quickness. We ride you at the high post. Let's run off, Mark, get some cutters. All right, let's go. Let's go. Hey, block out. Block out. 1, 2, 3. What's that?
So there's Kevin Cadle. What do you think Lazarus Lecic will be saying?
Well, I'll tell you, he's going to be telling them that one thing they got to do is stop that Kingston running game, and he's going to want to keep the ball in Gallis' hand, keep him coming down the floor, penetrating just like he has been, either shooting the ball or dumping it off to someone, and they've got to hit those offensive boards. Because so far, Kingston been dominating the boards and giving Aris only 1 shot in the basket. And that is instrumental for Kingston.
Galis is 12 from 14 on the free throw line, up to 24 points. Make that 25. Free throw number 13. The lead down to 7. Kingston just never safe when he's around. And the clock hasn't started. The clock on the court hasn't started. It is going now, but there are 3 or 4 seconds lost there. Let's hope that isn't crucial at the end. Bird. Oh, set crashing down. Trevor Gordon.
Boy, if that won't incite the crowd, nothing will.
Intentional foul. I think it's Trevor Gordon, and the coins are raining in, and one has hit. One's hit Lorenzo Duncan. It's hit him on the head. The coins are coming in from all sides, all angles, all positions.
And cans.
And Yanakis came out there and pleaded with the crowd to stop it. But Trevor Gordon was a little bit over the top there. It's hit him on the side of the neck, Lorenzo Duncan.
Yeah, this isn't in the, I don't think, Kingston playbook here. Tough shot there. And they're both going for the rebound. They both hit the floor. And they called it on Trevor Gordon. It says they came down with the elbow to the throat.
Well, it was an intentional foul.
I think that's over the top. I don't think that it was an intentional foul by any means.
I disagree, Dan, but there you are. I'll bow to your... that's not what I saw. But you know the game slightly better than I do, so I'll take it if you say so. But it looked pretty intentional to me. Well, they've had to pay for it, though.
Yeah. And it's going to be important for the officials and commissioner tonight here to keep control of this game. Otherwise, it could get way out of hand.
12 points to Liberidis. The lead is just 5. 3.5 minutes left. It's an age in basketball with this kind of lead. They still have a major chance.
Kingston changing to a 2-3 zone here.
Bazumis, number 10, new on, the left-hander. Galis finds Sobin, who's been battling so hard in the second half. And Sellers gets the points.
That hurt, that offensive rebound there from Sellers. They can't let that happen. They miss a shot. Kingston got to make sure they get the defensive rebound.
Alton Bird. Shoots from outside, it's there. Just 2, though.
2's enough.
They'll stick with 2, 77-72. 2.5 left. Sobin trying so many tough shots. Jump ball. Sobin thought it should have been a foul against Martin Henlon.
Sobin having a tough night from the field. Missing that little 3-footer in there. But Kingston have to get that defensive rebound.
Galis goes from 3 points and gets it. Oh, when they need him, he's there. 28 points, Nick Galis. The lead down to 2. 2 minutes 17 left.
What a time to take a shot like that, Simon. That takes a lot of guts. That's why he's where he is.
Bird. Yes, Alton Bird has hardly had a shot. He's up to 8 points, but he's missed 5 in a row before that. That's why he's not been shooting so much. But now up to 8. Galis again from outside. Not that time. But the rebound, Sellers. Foul against Mike Griffiths.
I'll tell you, Aris, they're going to those offensive boards like nobody's business there. Here we go. Sellers and Sobin both on the ball there. Well, tough to tell from there. They did get it on Griffiths, though.
And the police have come alongside me. They're looking out for any potential coin throws. And there are several not too far from them. Meanwhile, Sellers moves up to 20. Had a better second half. He had a miserable time at the start, but he's in there now. Oh, important rebound. Pity Martin Henlon couldn't get that. Galis misses, though. Good hustle from Kingston. Henlon with the rebound. And a foul against Sellers. He nods.
Yeah. He's going to get out of the way of one of those Martin Henlon elbows. Martin should have thrown those a little earlier.
Tenacity, determination, but they've got to be composed, Kingston. They've lost their composure a little bit.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 very experienced players there in Sobin and Sellers. Going after a young rookie there like Martin Henlon.
So, it was a defensive foul because Henlon had position, but misses with that first free throw. Oh dear, 3 points, in goes Sellers. Kingston possession. Now, surely they'll slow things down a little.
Minute and a half to go, 3 points, still a lot of time.
Griffiths to Bird. Henlon. And a foul against Sobin, I think.
It was a good foul, really, by Sobin because it stopped the basket. He fouled him before the shot. You can see right here.
Yes, he fouls him there. He saw Hendon free, but the foul on Bird.
He body blocked him.
It means that Bird has to go to the free throw line, and important these. Heads up play from Sobin. All sorts of gestures at Alton, but he's experienced. He's drawing on all his experience now. 33 years old, playing some of the best basketball of his career this year. But that's more important than anything. They've got possession, and they can run this clock down with a lead of 4. Every second vital. Vazoumis, the man who's got the difficult task of taking that ball away from Alton. And a foul there. Good play, Bird.
Foul number 10, Vazoumis, his first foul.
Putting him back on the free throw line for 1-on-1. Here he is, sliding in there and getting him with his leg there. Quick call, good call by the official. But they need both of these.
Bird on 9. It's looking good for Kingston now. They need this one from Bird. Then the cushion will be 6.
Look at his Sobin and Sellers over there. They're going to make sure Martin Henna doesn't get this rebound.
But now it's a tall order. They can do it, Aris. But they've got to play out of their skin now, and the man with the ball has got to be the concluding influence. Nikos Galis.
Kingston staying at 2-3 zone.
Duncan trying for the hustle. Sobin. Good basket. But he looked for the foul and didn't get it. And again, Kingston can run the clock.
Oh.
But they've lost possession too long in getting the outlet pass.
5-second call on the end line, giving it to Aris. Very, very unfortunate there for Kingston.
Such pressure. There was no one free, and he just took that fraction too long.
You got to remember, he can run along that baseline after a made basket. You're taking the ball out of bounds. Now they got to do it here on the defense.
And a foul against Trevor Gordon. His 4th foul. 1-on-1 it'll be. And it's Romanidis to the free throw line. There's Romanidis, 25 years old, 87 senior caps. Gold medalist in the European Championships in '87, and Greece won that nation's trophy.
If I remember correctly, Simon, free throws played a big part for Aris's win last week against Pizarro.
It did, right at the crunch. Pizarro had a 5-point lead with about a minute left. 2 points to lead into the last half minute. Duncan, good play from him, and a foul against Vazoumis. Here it is. Important moments now for Lorenzo Duncan. Just 7 points. Rebound Sobin, and now the Greeks can tie it up. We could be into an overtime game here, into the last 30 seconds. And the shot clock hasn't started.
One more defense from Kingston.
But I think it's academic. Oh, so near. Romanidis. It's away. Griffiths had it, Sobin. And on the buzzer. Sobin on the buzzer. We're into overtime. And the crowd are going crazy.
It's out of control out there, Simon.
Dangerous scenes here at Crystal Palace. The coldest night of the year outside, but I can't tell you what it's like here. There's Sobin, who had such a miserable game in the first half.
Here we are. It's the defensive rebounds again, where Kingston have been dominating for most of the game. Sobin grabbing that ball and going back up strong with it, and right on the buzzer.
And talk about second effort. And I'm afraid that Martin Hendon is down injured.
A tell you, whoever wants that ball the most gets it, and Sobin wanted it bad.
Martin Henlon down injured in that melee at the end there. I don't think there was any venom in it. He may have caught an elbow, but it seemed that it was purposeful play all the way through. But Henlon got caught. It's that side again. And it doesn't look good. And I must say, as the coins continue to rain in on this court, that Aris, to me, look the favourites now. They've come back from the dead. 18 points, I think the lead was at one stage.
That's right, Simon. They hung in there. I mean, when most teams might have been down and out, they hung in there and worked hard all the way to that last buzzer. Never had the lead until they tied it up with no time left on the clock.
Well, if you've never seen basketball before and you thought it was a little gym game played by people who couldn't play football, I hope you've enjoyed this. A magnificent sport, and when it's close like this, and with an atmosphere like this, I find there are a few parallels in sport. And Kevin Cadle showing his disgust there at what happened in the last minute.
I bet they wish they could put a Kingston uniform on him.
Just for people who just tuned in, the next program will begin just as soon as we finish overtime here. And if we have just one period of overtime, there's 5 minutes on the clock, but it could take a little bit more than that. Take into account around 10-15 minutes, I think. Alton Bird, it's good to see him smiling. Unbelievable atmosphere here. But thankfully, the intimidating atmosphere has dropped just a little. You wouldn't believe it from those shots, but it was a little bit nasty in that last minute.
Well, the Kingston team did a good job in quieting them for a while there, and in fact, the Kingston crowd were making their presence felt, but, you know, the comeback that Aris just had, you know, this crowd just played their part. They were definitely the sixth man there and did everything they could to help that Aris team get back in the game.
So 82 points apiece, and I hate to harp on it, but there was one moment we talked about in the first half. Alton Bird, who played such an important part in the second half. Look at him going from outside. There it is. There's the three-point line.
That's right.
Shoots from outside. And maybe we're being a bit patriotic, but we have to point it out. That was given us 2 points. It should have been 3.
That's right. We said at the time, Simon, let's hope that doesn't play a factor at the end of the game. Well, sure enough, it did. It could have been a one-point Kingston win. Well, it's easy to say that. Still, it's 5 minutes to go, Simon. And it really is anybody's ball game here.
And the policemen alongside me are shaking their heads. They have never seen an atmosphere like it. They thought they were coming to see a tame basketball game with a few people who just managed to get through the cold and the snow, and they're seeing this unbelievable atmosphere. Here we go then with overtime. 5-minute period. The fouls still persist that we've had before, so Cunningham won't take any part in the game. And nor will Martin Clark. 82 points apiece then. Here we go. I hope you're sitting down at home.
And this first basket's important. It gives you a psychological advantage in the overtime situation. If you can be first on the board, that'll be a big psychological boost. And Kingston have a chance to do it here.
Alton Bird draws a foul. Sobin reacts. Foul on Sobin.
And that's his 5th.
So now the ball very much on the other foot. Sobin goes off. On comes Agilidis.
There's Alton driving to the basket. Goes up, and you can see him reaching in there. It could have been on 9 or 8, but they gave it to Sobin. And that's his 5th.
I think they'll settle to Sobin, wouldn't they? Romanidis not quite the threat. Sobin's been playing better and better. Alton Bird then to the free throw line. Kingston in front. Remember, the Yugoplastica game went to overtime. Kingston fought so hard, but it wasn't good enough. Romanidis finds Galis. Three-point effort.
What a difference without Sobin in there, huh? Kind of leaves, gives you a little bit more space on the defensive boards.
But how Kingston could do with Cunningham and Clark. Duncan. Yes! Fine shot from Duncan. The lead up to 3.
Been waiting for Lorenzo to make his mark on this game, Simon. Maybe he can do it in this last overtime.
Galis to Salas.
And you can see this 2-3 zone is going to force Aris to shoot from the outside, and without Yannikis, who's one of the big outside shooters.
There he is, Yannikis getting really involved and pumping up the rest of the team.
They're going to force Aris to try to beat him from the outside and contain those defensive boards in there.
We're going to this zone. Unusual for Kingston. Salas. Griffiths nearly reaching in. But Salas gets the shot off. The lead down to 1. Salas up to 22. And whenever he gets that ball in his hands, the boos rain out from the Salonika crowd.
Foul on Alton Bird. He gave an offensive foul on that. That was a tough call there. Here we see Alton penetrating to the basket.
Well, looked like the elbow just stuck out. That's the way it was called.
Yeah.
Alton's 4th foul. So Hanlon with the rebound. Bird gets a foul on Batsumis.
Yeah, I'd reckon they put Batsumis out there as a zone breaker. He came in for Romanitis.
And Bird quickly to the line. And gets it. Trevor Gordon does well. And so does Lorenzo Duncan. He's being an important factor in overtime. He's up to 11, and 4 of those have come in overtime, and the lead 3, 240.
So he's got the last 4 points there for Kingston this overtime.
Galis. Oh, what? 3 points for Galis. Up to 31. 87 points apiece.
Tough shot.
The Greek god does it again.
He's been out there all game too, Simon. He's not flagging. This time they gave the foul. They gave the foul to Galis. Right there.
And he's lecturing the referee. You can't do that to me. He said, don't you know who I am? And still it goes on. But when you're treated like a god like he is, you tend to behave like one.
And that remonstrating will definitely incite this crowd. As their man, Galis, can do no wrong.
So Bird for the line.
Alton's got to hit these. Good job, Alton. Hit the other one.
And Alton enjoys these situations. He's getting plenty of advice in front of him. They're calling him all sorts of names. But he thrives on it. He hits both of them. And then straight round the cradle to get the defense. And again, they're in the zone. Romanidis. Many, many times domestically, Kevin Cadle has outcoached the opposition. Can he do it again? Foul against Lorenzo Duncan. And that'll be him off.
Big loss there because he was making his mark in this overtime period, hitting a couple of jump shots, playing some good defense out there. Here we are. Here's Galis, and there's the reach in there.
So Sam Stiller comes on court. And he's got to be composed. Sometimes he's been a little hot-headed. Terrific talent, but amidst this cauldron, he's got to be composed. lead down to 1.
They got the right man out there for Kingston to keep things under control, and Alton Bird.
Stiller played really well in overtime against Split, I remember. Let's hope he can do it again. It's all tied up again, 89 apiece, 2 minutes left in overtime.
Difficult thing for Sam Stiller. He hasn't seen any court time in the second half at all, so he's going to be a little stale, a little cold.
And they're letting him free.
Alton calling for some movement there. Aris have come back with a little zone of their own.
Bird. And that hit nothing.
That hit nothing. The zone defense did the job, forcing a tough shot. Tie ball game, minute and a half to go. Kingston have yet to trail in this ball game. It's either been level or they've been up.
Galis. Again the zone. Shot clock down to 5. Good defense this from Kingston. There have to be a shot now. Sellers misses. Good hand, Sam Stiller.
Big rebound for Sam Stiller.
Into the last minute.
And the zone did a job there, forcing Aris for a difficult shot. I'm sure that's not a shot Brad Sellers wants to take.
One of the most important offenses of the season. Shot clock down to 20. Mike Griffiths. Here's Bird. Mike Griffiths is free. And Bird gets the rebound. 1 shot left. The shot clock 27. The time to expire down to 24. Exactly level. 1 shot now for the game. If they get it, Kingston will have won. If they miss it, we're into a second period of overtime. 89 apiece. Now who will he go to?
You couldn't ask for more than this, Simon.
Frantic defense. Bird goes for it himself. Henlon! 1 second left. There's going to be another period of overtime. Galis hits the rim, my word. From about 70 feet.
I thought you spoke a little too soon there, Simon. Oh, boy. What a game, what a game.
Great defense from Aris.
Yeah, that's right. That switch there has hurt the Kingston offense.
There's the shot from Bird. The moment when we all got to our feet. Henlon tries it from what, about 10 feet?
Yeah, I think Brad Sellers got a little bit of the ball, and here's Galis.
And then just when we were
give up.
Looking towards second period of overtime, Galis shoots from 3/4 of the court and hits the rim. Can you do that, Dan?
Oh, of course. Mine would have been in, Simon. Of course, no doubt the buzzer would have sounded way before the shot.
Galis has really come good. Alton Bird's had a difficult time. 2 from 10 in the second half and in overtime. It's been a really difficult time for him, though. So much of this match. And here's the moment. Well, Galis, amazing shooter from 10, 12, 14 feet. if that had gone in, then we could have all gone home.
Yeah.
Never to come back. He couldn't beat that. So Bird has to gather in his strength and his mental strength as well.
A big key for Kingston is that they've been able to keep Trevor Gordon and Martin Henlon out there. Normally in the other games, they're the ones who are in the early foul trouble, especially Trevor Gordon. And normally Trevor's the one sitting on the bench right about now. And that's a big help for Kingston because it gives them that board strength. 2 big guys like that, they can keep getting those defensive boards. That's going to be a big key for Kingston. But it's up to the other guys now. Mike Griffiths, when he gets the open shot, he's got to hit it. And Sam Stiller, who's been sitting for most of this game, he's got to play his part.
I'll tell you what, Dan, there's 6 inches of snow outside. Many of these people won't get home tonight, but they won't mind. They've had one of the nights of their lives.
This game might last all night, Simon.
That's true. The way it's going at the moment, the only thing is, so many players will foul out, there may not be too many players out on court.
Let's go.
So fouled out at the moment, we have Lorenzo Duncan, Martin Clark, and Alan Cunningham for Kingston. And for Aris, Yanakis and Sobin. Alton Bird on 4 fouls. Martin Hennon on 4 fouls. Trevor Gordon on 4 fouls. It's desperate time for Kingston. And it could be the kids on the Kingston bench who could have an important part to play. People like this 17-year-old Matthew Cunningham, 18 years in his 2nd season. Steve Tomaszek in his 2nd season. They could be on court shortly.
Well, Aris went up too early for that jump ball, so they're giving the ball to Kingston. And Kingston had the ball first in the first overtime, and were the first to score.
Sam Stiller goes from outside. Good rebound. Henlon's doing so well with the rebounding.
I think Sam wants to get in this game quick.
Second period of overtime. Will be another 5 minutes. 4.5 left. Stiller and Bird. Stiller, plenty of time. Good rebound, Henlon.
Big rebound.
Henlon having a magnificent time since the expiry of normal time.
Great play from Martin Henlon here, getting the offensive rebound and powering it back up all in one go.
What
to get the 2 points.
What would this do to a club like Kingston if they could win this?
Well, it'll be a big boost for those younger guys out there playing out there now. Galis lucky now to get travel call on that one.
The Baridis. Sam Stiller. And still the rebounds going Kingston's way, and Aris in even more trouble without Sobin.
Yeah, that's where Sobin really made his mark there in the second half, Simon, getting some offensive rebounds and getting on the free throw line, drawing fouls.
Oh, they've left Henlon free. And the lead up to 4. Galis cursing to himself. Doing it all. Oh. And how? 3. 3 for Galis. The lead down to 1.
And Kingston still trying to run the ball.
Galis up to 36 points. And Henlon again. Magnificent play from Martin Henlon. The lead up to 3. Timeout called by the Aris Coast. Lazaros Lecic. They trail by 3. 2:56 left.
Lecic's going to say, hey, you guys know there's this number 13 out there. Somebody's going to have to get on him.
Picks are there, all right? Oh, here, they got 2 picks with Galis with the ball. Now, where the defenders at? We got Galis with the ball. What you guys down here doing? All right? We got to move one of you all up, middle man or baseline man, but you all got to talk to move somebody up to help out. Now, on these picks, let's get this way and push it back to the middle. Don't let it come over the top. All right, so sit in and push it to the middle. The other guy, you got to be ready to get some help on the middle penetration. If he does penetrate, we can go to action right there. All right? Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
So Martin Henlon has been the dominant factor for Kingston after the expiry of normal time. And there's the basket that he got.
Good ball reversal there from Kingston. He saw the ball come out to Sam Stiller, immediately reversed it to Mike Rivers, who found Martin Henlon open inside. Good ball movement.
Henlon up to 16, the lead up to 3. And still Galis and Aris have it all to do.
Yeah, Kingston come back out to man-to-man here to cross Aris up a little bit. Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's
Liparidis.
They exploited it. Found the old man.
Brad Sellers.
Looks like box 1 there. Pass there to Sellers underneath for the dunk.
Griffiths. Onto the rim, and again a little bit of lack of composure. And Aris could take the lead here. Galis. Good rebound again. It's Martin Henlon.
Could have been 12 over the back there on a foul. They let it go, though.
Bird. And Sellers sends it out of court.
Yeah, they can't hurry their game, Simon. All right? They get in the half court. If nothing's there, they should just pull it out and run something. Run some time off. Look for a good shot. They don't need to force anything now. They got the 1-point lead.
Alton Bird has Galis in front of him. Stiller. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to have to put one up. Way off. There wasn't much on that offense. It looked a little tired, as well it might be. They've been playing at a frenetic pace for around 2 hours now. Galis.
This 2-3 zone here. He's the man they got to watch. You can see they're setting screens for him on top of the zone there. Trying to shake him loose for a shot.
Aris possession. And a timeout called by Kevin Cadle. Just over a minute left. They lead by 1.
Yo, so this is the deal. We get a rebound, we got the game. All right, we get the ball to Alt, we run the clock. If we get free throw shooters, you got to get up there and concentrate on the main bucket. All right, we want to go push it down the floor. See what the time is, because we want to read the game. If we can get, if it looks like we need 2 shots. All right, if it looks like we need 2 shots. Now, we just got to read the game. All right, read the game. We go D, you box on Nick. You just stay on Nick. All right, offside, man, we don't want to get too far out from under there. All right, so you got to go all the way down to the corner. Other man is going to come across. All right, so anything on the baseline, we got 3 men on the baseline. Offside man is popping in short middle. That'll be either one of you. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. We got a D up, shot goes. Everybody got a rebound. If you can't get it, knock it out of there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come on, fellas, come on.
Again, an emotive and a constructive timeout from Kevin Cadle.
Yeah,
he wanted to compete this year. They've more than done that, but now they need to win.
Well, that's what they want more than anything. And there they are huddling on the floor, gearing themselves up this last minute. They're coming out, looks like a box and 1. 4 guys in his own defense with Sam Stiller undoubtedly on Nick Galis here. He's playing him man-to-man, the other 4 playing in the box, the zone D, and that's what happened last time they found Sellers open underneath for the basket. So let's hope they play a little bit better this time.
Sellers into the last minute now of the second period of overtime. Romanidis misses. Hetland again with the rebound. There'll be about 15 seconds left after this 30, but Bird going straight away. Does he get a foul? No foul. Galis beats Romanidis. Galis again. And Aris in front for the first time in the match. 1 shot left. 1 shot. They're 1 point down. It's all on this shot. There'll be no overtime now. Hetland misses, and I think Aris have got it. 8 seconds left.
I'll tell you something, Simon. That last time Alton Bird went down the lane with a ball, 9 times out of 10 there would have been a foul called in there. And he didn't come away with anything. And all that happened was Aris got the ball down for a fast break with Galis, the man, following up for the 2 points to put him in the lead. So most unfortunate for Kingston there. They had to foul in that situation with only 7 seconds left. All they can do now is hope that Sellers misses this free throw. He's got a 1-on-1. He misses it. They got plenty of time here to get another shot off.
We could have a third overtime.
Well, only if Aris fouls. If
Hetland. They got 5 seconds left. Bird. Cunningham. Yes! Matthew Cunningham.
The referee's counting it.
Aris are trying to pretend that the shot was after the clock. And the referees are being pelted. The referees are being pelted with missiles as they go off the court. But that's the scene that matters. Kingston have won and have beaten Aris by the shot from Matthew Cunningham. The 18-year-old, the first time he's touched the ball the match. He comes on and he gets a shot from about 12, 14 feet, and Kingston have won. And the referees thankfully have got off safely. And Kingston have had a magnificent victory here against Aris. And look at that, there's the coach, self-controlled. He's not controlled anymore.
There's one happy man. Oh, great, great.
Here's the moment that mattered. And the ball from Alton Bird. There's Matthew Cunningham. His first touch of the ball. 18 years old, Matthew Cunningham gets the winner. And that's what Kingston think of it. There's Kevin Cadle's reaction. He's never been as excited in his life. If he's excited, I wonder what Matthew Cunningham thinks. Well, he's down now at courtside with Charles Colville.
Matthew Cunningham. Well, it's very easy, isn't it? First touch of the ball, and it goes.
Yeah, I was surprised. My voice has gone from all the shouting I've been doing. I was just glad he passed to me because, you know, watching the guys playing, you know, you wish you could do it and you see them do things wrong. I'm just glad he passed it to me and I'm glad I made it.
I'll tell you what, that has got to be the best basket of your life, hasn't it?
I think it's up there. Yeah.
Many congratulations, well done.
Thanks, sir.
Kevin Cadle.
Hey.
Well. You do not believe in...
doing it the easy way, right?
I mean, you had it won easily, and then it got into overtime and then another overtime.
But the difference, we stayed with it and we won it, you know? So we won the game, we still in this, you know? If people come into London, they know they got to come in and perform. If not, they're in for trouble.
Let's just have a look at that final shot again. I don't know if we can. Here it comes. Just talk us through what you were thinking here.
We got the ball to Alden, and his job is he's so fast. He got the ball down the court, found Matt, who's probably the best outside shooter we got on the team. The guy did it beautifully, just laid the ball in the bucket, or jumped and shot it in the bucket.
Easy as pie, eh?
Hey, easy as pie. Great day. Hey, your channel is doing a fantastic job covering us, baby.
I tell you what, your basketball side are quite good as well.
All right, thank you.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Congratulations. Well, I tell you what, when the day started, I thought it was going to be an interesting evening. I took 4 hours to get here through snow and goodness knows what else. We've then had quite simply the most extraordinary game of basketball I've ever seen. And at the end of it, Kingston have won it by 1 point. They've won it thanks to the first touch of Matthew Cunningham, who, cool as a cucumber, slotted home the basket. You've had the easy part of the evening, I'll tell you, because we've got to get home from here now. There's 6 inches of snow outside. We'll do what we can, though, and I hope you'll join us again for a little more basketball on the 21st of February. That's in a fortnight's time. We'll show you the split game. That's away from there. And then a week after that, we'll be at Wembley for the game against Maccabi Tel Aviv. If it's anything like this, we're going to need a long drink afterwards. From us all here at Crystal Palace.